Hello, good morning. It's Phil Thatch, and today I'm going to demonstrate vlogging with the Canon R7. And I've got a couple of lenses to use. First, I'm going to use the kit lens, which is the 18 to 150. And I also have another lens to try. You know, I think the perfect focal length for vlogging is 20 millimeters full frame equivalent. And right now I'm using my DJI Pocket 2, which is my #1 vlogging rig, because my R7 is my photography camera and several others, but really for video I often use what I'm using right now. It's the DJI Pocket 2, and it has 20 millimeters full frame equivalent focal length, which I think is just right for vlogging. You don't have to hold the camera way away from your face to make the shot. And this lens on the wide end is 18 millimeters, and when you multiply that times 1.6 you get 28.8 millimeters, which is just a little bit, in my opinion, too long for vlogging. I really think 20 millimeters, like I said, is the perfect, and 24 is kind of right at the edge. So if it's longer than 24 millimeters full frame equivalent, I don't think it's the best. Now here is a camera that I used to vlog with for years and years, and this is the Canon M50, and its kit lens is a 15 on the wide end. It's a 15 to 45, I think, and 15 times 1.6 is 24, so that is good enough. 20 is better, 24 is good enough. Another camera that I've vlogged with sometimes is this Nikon Z50. It has a 1.5 crop, and its kit lens is 16 millimeters on the wide end, and 16 times 1.5 is 24. So once again, 28.8. I really wish this lens had started at 15, so it would be a better vlogging lens. But we're gonna try this lens out for vlogging and see how it does, and then I have another lens to possibly recommend to you. So now let's switch cameras. Okay, so here is the Canon R7, and I've just got it in totally automatic. I'm using my Rode Wireless Go, and funny thing about this is I made that previous clip and it was several hours ago because I failed to charge my transmitter on my Rode Wireless Go, and I had a dentist appointment. So I went home and put my Rode Wireless Go on the charger and went to my dentist appointment, took a little nap, and now I am back and ready to test out the R7. So this is what it looks like when I'm not vlogging, and I've got the camera on the same little tripod that I had the DJI on, and now I'm going to pick it up and walk around with it some. I'm supposed to be testing vlogging, but I couldn't help stop and get some footage with the kit lens of this deer, and another young deer in the background, and another deer right there here at Harrison Bay State Park. Okay, so this is 4K fine on the R7. I've just got the video set to make up its own mind about what settings to use. Got the kit lens on, and I'm at 18 millimeters, which is 28.8 millimeters full frame equivalent, which, as I mentioned, is not quite wide enough in my opinion. Now if I'm really tall, I'm like 6'3", and if I stretch my giant gorilla arms way out, then I can have a pretty nicely framed up picture, but it's a lot more comfortable to hold the camera about right here. So while it is possible to vlog with this lens, a wider lens would be much better, preferably 15 millimeters, which times 1.6 is 24, or wider. So with that in mind, let me show you a lens that I'd like to try for vlogging that probably will work better than this kit lens. All right, this is the lens that I wanted to show you. This is the EFS 10 to 18. And as you can see, it has image stabilization, which the kit lens does as well. And it is an ultra wide. It is 10 millimeters on the wide end, which full frame equivalent is 16, and 18 millimeters on the long end, which we've already learned that 18 times 1.6 is 28.8. So this is a great range for vlogging. It's also a wonderful waterfall lens And let's put it on the camera with the help of this EF to RF adapter. This is the lens, and here's the adapter, and that allows me to put it right on my R7. Okay, so now I have the 10 to 18 on, and I have the lens at right about 15 millimeters now, which should give you 24 millimeters full frame, and that's kind of like the minimum amount of wideness that I like for vlogging. Really, I prefer 20, but let's compare. I'm gonna move it to 18. So there's how close it is with your arm at a comfortable distance with the kit lens, because it's 18 millimeters, and you can take this thing all the way to here. 10 millimeters, you can hold the lens at a comfortable distance from you and have lots and lots of what you're vlogging about in the frame. Now let's see, I think right about 12 and a half is where 20 millimeters full frame equivalent is. So there's the frame that you would see, like for example with my DJI Pocket 2, and here is just crazy wide if you want to see just all your surroundings and have yourself kind of small in the frame. You have to be careful, because if you get pretty close to yourself, which I mean I'm touching myself and the lens right now, you get a lot of distortion. But if you hold it at a comfortable distance, there's not much distortion, and you can really see your surroundings, so you can talk about what you're vlogging about at 10. And again, there is about 12 and a half millimeters, which should give you right around 20 millimeters full frame equivalent, which is also really nice. Now this lens is not super fast. It is f4.5 to 5.6, but it's not super slow either. I mean, you don't have to have your background completely out of focus to vlog, and sometimes you don't want your background out of focus. Sometimes you want to talk about your background. I'm going back to 10. I really like that 10 millimeter look. It's super cool to be able to see so much. But you know, there's also, they make a 16 millimeter 2.8 if you want to have a little bit more of a blurry background. But 16 millimeters I don't think is wide enough, so there's one problem. And another problem, I'm coming into a lot of sun. I'm not using any ND filters, so there could be a little bit of jerkiness involved with this shot, because if there's bright sunlight, you want an ND filter to slow your shutter speed down, and I don't have one on right now. But that 16 millimeter 2.8 lens, it's not stabilized like the kit lens is, and this EFS 10 to 18 is. So with the combination of the stabilization on the sensor of the IBIS, the in-body image stabilization, and the stabilization on the lens, it gives you a pretty stable look. As you can see, I'm hiking now on an uneven trail, and it should be fairly stable. I'm not going to use any digital stabilization either in the camera or in post-processing. I'm just going to give you the footage as it's coming straight out of the camera and let you make your own judgment. But I don't think that 16 with no stabilization, I don't think that would be a great option for vlogging. I'm sure one day Canon will make an RFS ultra wide with stabilization. Might even use the exact same optical formula from this fantastic 10 to 18 for EFS mount, and that would be fine, because man, I've made some photographs with this lens in the, I bought it used, by the way. The adapter, you can get an adapter as low as 99 bucks. I recommend the genuine Canon adapter, not some third-party thing. But you can get the adapter as low as $99. I got the $299 version, but the $99 version is fine. And I bought the lens used for 200 bucks. I think it's 300 new, but I bought it used for 200 including tax and shipping. So the 10 to 18 is dynamite, and one day they'll make one that doesn't have to be adapted. But for now, this lens works great, and this is what it's like to vlog with the Canon R7 using the adapted EFS 10 to 18 lens on the R7. With stabilization on, all the settings are set to automatic. I'm in the dark. There we go. I'm in 4K fine. Not doing any post-processing at all other than joining a few clips together. So hopefully this was enlightening on what it's like to vlog with the R7. And I think it's something, you know, I probably, because it's so compact, I probably will continue to vlog using my DJI Pocket 2, which I highly recommend. But this I think has a better, I mean, definitely has a better look to it. But a lot of times when I'm vlogging, I'm handling a bigger camera like this to do photography with. So it's easier to have a vlogging setup with the DJI Pocket 2 that I can just stick in my pocket. Hence the name Pocket 2. But if you want to vlog and have your picture look better, definitely better than the Pocket 2, although maybe not quite as stable because the Pocket 2 has its own gimbal built in, then the R7 is a great alternative. And I can see the focus point on my eye in the flip screen. It's working really well, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see some more, subscribe and hit the bell. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.